This is the third video in the standard methods of solution series. And we're going to look at totaling in this one. The method of totaling is very similar to counting. It's just we do something slightly different when we're processing the numbers. We'll have a look at that in a second. So write an algorithm in pseudocode to find the total of the 8 numbers in the array, output the total at the end. So here's the array. I've declared it. I know I'm going to need to work out the total, so that's a variable. So let's declare that as an integer, and we'll assign it 0. So we want it to be 0 at the start, just like we want our count to start at 0. Okay, so for I assign 1 to 8, I've counted there are 8 elements in this array, so I know my loop needs to run 8 times. You could do what we've been doing previously and say for I assign 1 to length scores. Length scores will also return 8, so that's quite useful to do. And then total is going to be total, which is 0 initially, plus scores I. So I is going to be starting at 1, scores 1 is 12, so we're going to add 12 to the total, which is 0. So 12 plus 0 is 12. Then we go next I, so I is going to go to 2, so we say total is total, which is now 12 plus scores I. So scores 2 is 22. So we've got 12 plus 22, that's 34. Next I becomes 3, and so on and so forth. So essentially we're just going over each of these elements and we're adding it to the current total. And then we'll output the total at the end. So pause the video now and have a go and see if you can bash this out in Python, okay, and then come back and you can see how you got on. Okay, so here is the answer. The Python is very similar. You can see I actually used the len method to get the number of times we're going to go around the loop here. Okay, so hopefully that one's okay. Let's have a look at the next one. So this time, write an algorithm in pseudocode to enter 10 numbers, find the total of the numbers entered, output the total at the end. So difference for this one is that we're not using an array. We're asking the user to type the numbers in. So as they're typing them in, we'll add them to the total. So I'm going to declare the total variable at the start. I'm going to declare the number variable. But remember, back in the counting video, it might be that you're writing code and then all of a sudden you use a total and you realize you haven't declared that, so then you just go up to the top and you would declare it in pseudocode. Anyway, so we need the total, the number that they're entering, and I'm going to give or assign both of those variables an initial value. It's good practice. So we want a loop that's going to go around 10 times. Then inside that loop we're going to enter a number and we're going to add it to the total. So input a number, total is going to be assigned total plus number. Next I. So that will just constantly go around happily inputting a number, then adding it to the total. What I haven't done at the bottom here is just output the total, which we've been asked to do here. So I would write output total there. So pause the video, have a go at creating this in Python, and then come back and see how you've got on. Okay, so here is the Python code for this one. The one thing we need to do though, which you'll remember from some of the previous work we've done, is because we're doing some addition here, when the user first inputs a number, that's input as a string. So we're going to convert that into an integer. So number equals int number. That takes the string they typed in. If it's a valid digit, it'll convert it to an integer. We can then add it to the total. Okay, so hopefully that one was okay. Let's have a look at the next one. So another question here. So this time, write an algorithm in pseudocode to input 8 numbers into the array, total the numbers, output the total at the end. So and the array. So this time, if we just look at what we've done here, so we've got our array, and notice the array is blank. It's ready for us to put data into it. So I've declared it at the start, and I've got total and number as well. They're two variables that we're going to use, and I've given total a value 0. I could have probably put number and assigned that 0 an initial value as well, as good practice. So for I, we're going to assign that 1 to the length of scores, So we're going to go around each element in here. We're going to ask the user to input a number. So it's generally good practice if you're inputting something to put a message for them to know what they're inputting. And what we want to do then is we actually want to write that number into the correct element of the array. So let's convert it to an integer first, because we have said that this array is containing integers, and we want to do some maths with them anyway. We want to add them to the total. So let's convert those to an integer, and then we'll write it into the array. So scores I, so remember I is going to be 1 at the start, so scores I, which is this element here, we want to assign that number. So that's the number that was just typed in. So whatever was typed in will be assigned here. We're then going to add what they just typed into the total. So total is total plus scores I, so we've just written it there, so we're going to add it. We could have put total assigned total plus number as well, because we've got that stored as what they just typed in is stored as number, so either of those would be fine. Then we go next I, so I would then become 2. So we input the number, convert it to an integer, scores 2, which is this element, we write the number. So as we go through the loop, they're typing a number, and we're writing those numbers into the next element of the array, and then adding it to the total as well. So we'll output the total, and we'll also, I don't think it's going to fit there, but we would have underneath that output scores. That would output the array. So pause the video now and see if you can create that one in Python. A nice bit of fun, that one, once you get it working. Here's the solution for this one. We're very similar to the pseudocode, and remembering the good practice, just in Python you don't actually have to declare arrays and variables, because assigning them here does that. But just in case this was an exam question and you're writing Python in the exam, good practice to just declare them, so it just shows you understand completely what's going on there. Okay, right, lastly, in terms of totaling, we've got these two challenges. I don't think I've got the solutions to go up, but I think by now you should be able to have a really good go at these two. Pick one of them and have a go at them, and good luck. Okay, let's stop the video now, and thank you for watching.